the God of absolutes. We keep going to God like we're submitting a request form. God, send them back. God, is this my person? God, when is my season? As if God is micromanaging your romantic timeline. Like the infinite got his sleeves rolled up, rearranging your situationships like he's on a divine episode of Love and Logistics. You think God's setting up dates and deleting contacts from your phone. That's the ego talking to itself in a voice you baptized. As if the Eternal is sending you trial runs of people like packages from UPS. Here's a counterfeit. Here's a lesson. Here's your kingdom spouse, signature required. But love doesn't arrive in stages. It doesn't knock on your door. It was never gone. As if pain is a curriculum and suffering is a sign you're enrolled. You think you're growing because it hurts. That's like saying a fever proves the medicine is working. God doesn't teach through pain. The ego does. As if you're getting closer to God. Closer than what? Closer than breath. Closer than the stillness before the question forms? How do you approach what was never apart from you? As if spiritual growth is a staircase and God is waiting at the top. You imagine a version of yourself that earns divinity through practice. But truth doesn't evolve, it's remembered. Growth implies distance. Spirit has none. As if God builds blessings out of counterfeits and delays. As if the infinite is tossing decoys into your life just to see how long you'll chase them. But perfect love doesn't bait. It simply is. As if your trauma is a down payment for your breakthrough. Like your pain is the key to some future miracle. But what is whole doesn't require bruises. And what is holy doesn't need history. As if love is earned, not revealed. You've turned God's gift into a reward system. Love's not hiding behind your performance. It's not waiting for you to finally get it together. It's just uncovered when you stop pretending. As if God wants your obedience more than your recognition. You think you're scoring points for compliance, but the only thing God ever asked was this: be still and know, not strive, not impress, just know. As if the truth comes in stages instead of all at once. Like light is waiting to be invited in incrementally. But when truth is seen, it's seen completely. You don't gradually stop dreaming. You wake up. And when you do, it's like waking up in an interrogation room. The whole ego setup starts to unravel. Like on the first 48 when the suspect finally breaks and says, "I did it." And once the detectives get the truth, the case is closed. Because now they say, "We got what we came for." But what happens when the confession flips? When the story changes? When the truth is no longer reliable? Then chaos comes roaring back in. Because the whole thing hinges on just one thing. Is it true? If it isn't, the system collapses. If it is, the illusion ends. And this is why the world doesn't work. Because everything in the world is fallible. It changes. It shifts. It dies. One moment your body feels strong, then it doesn't. One day your car starts, then it doesn't. One night you fall asleep happy, then you wake up in fear. The world is an absolute uncertainty, an absolute lie, an absolute projection, an absolute distraction. It cannot promise you anything. But truth is different. Only truth can speak in absolutes. Only truth can say always, never, all, none, must, impossible, forever, completely, absolutely. You don't find those words in other books. Because other books try to make room for exceptions. But the truth has no exceptions. One crack, and it's no longer perfect. One false note, and the whole song is off key. One drop of ego, and the light is clouded. That's why the Course dares to speak like it does. Because what it says is not relative. It's not conditional. It's not polite. It's not afraid to offend. It's not trying to please your past. It's just waiting to be remembered. You don't grow into God. You don't earn His trust. You don't need to seek what was never lost. You just stop lying to yourself. Because the moment the lie ends, the world ends with it.